Hello and welcome to myfinancesteacher.org. In this video I want to have a quick look at Ethereum. The reason I want to look at Ethereum is because our stop loss on Ethereum, which we had at $237.6, was actually triggered today. At the moment Ethereum price is just above $232. Before we continue, let me remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't and click that bell notification. Thanks a lot. By the way, if you're a member at myfinancesteacher.org, you can see our new service, this fictitious portfolio, where we track in more detail our performance. And the trades in the fictitious portfolio are very similar to my personal trades. We have a range of assets here, and the details are available to the members at myfinancesteacher.org. For now, we're just looking at cryptocurrencies. Once I finish recording the video, of course, I'm going to update this entry because we've actually been stopped out over here and the current position is completely in cash. Now, what's my analysis of Ethereum? Firstly, looking at the cycles, I think there's still about 60% chance that the Ethereum cycle did actually finish over here at the end of June, lasting for about 47 days. And if that is actually the case, we are now in a new cycle which has so far been going on for about 19 days. As these cycles usually last for about 51 days, that has been the average over the last couple of years. That means this cycle is still relatively young, and I would expect an upward trend in Ethereum over the next couple of weeks. However, though, there is also, I would say, a 40% chance that the ongoing cycle all the way since the middle of May is still ongoing. In that case, the cycle would be on day 66 already, which would mean that this cycle is already pretty old, and in that case, I would expect the end to this cycle just over the next few days, meaning that a significant drop in Ethereum might happen over the next few days, bringing Ethereum down below this recent low at the end of June. That recent low was at 216. If that is the case, of which there is a 40% chance, that would give you a very nice opportunity to enter at the very beginning of a new Ethereum cycle with really nice potential gains, and with an appropriate stop loss, you can actually craft a very attractive risk-reward ratio. For more details on that, join us at myfinancesteacher.org. I still think that Ethereum is more likely to stay above 216 and continue the relatively new cycle that probably started at the end of June. Looking at Fibonacci retracement numbers, today's drop brings us exactly down to 50% retracement, and as I often mention, 38%, 50% or 62% retracement are the most common ones. And given that the 62% retracement is somewhere at about 228, I don't really think that Ethereum is going to drop below that 228 over the next couple of days. Actually, looking at the 4-hour chart, we see that Ethereum has already poked through the lower range of the Bollinger Bands on the 4-hour chart, and the 14-period RSI on the 4-hour chart is close to oversold, although it's not oversold yet. Looking at the history over the last few months, whenever the 14-period RSI on the 4-hour chart did hit oversold levels, even if it was late in the Ethereum cycle when the trend was generally downwards, there was still some sort of a bounce out of those oversold levels on the 4-hour chart. Even over here in the middle of June, when the bounce out of oversold levels was probably the smallest one, the gain was still nearly 4.5%. So what I want to do over the next 1 or 2 days is keep track of Ethereum, see when this drop plays out completely and we start observing green candles on Ethereum. That's when I want to jump back into the trade to possibly get us to the top of this cycle over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now, with the magic of video editing, I've updated the fictitious portfolio page, and as you see today, the stop loss sold our Ethereum, and our holdings is actually only cash. Yes, we did lose about 2.5% on this trade when Ethereum price dropped by actually more than that. That's why we need the stop losses. And yes, it's possible to lose a couple of percentage points a couple of times before you actually catch the next rally and gain enough to cover all of those previous losing attempts and sit on a nice profit on top of that. Again, as I mentioned, Ethereum is either in a new cycle with a general trend upwards for the next couple of days, or the old cycle is on day 66, meaning it should probably finish over the next couple of days. In either case, we are likely to re-enter into a position with a very nice risk-reward ratio. If you want to keep track of what's happening to Ethereum together with us, join us at myfinanceteacher.org. For now though, I wish you a very pleasant day. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and good luck in your trades.